I'm like scared to even start. Because every time I DJ on here, I get yoinked by copyright. So I have to be super strategic about what I'm playing. What's up? What's up? I'm trying a new setup situation. We'll see how long I like it. I don't usually stream and DJ sitting like this. I might stand up. I'm gonna stand up. Good morning. Thank you. I appreciate you watching my YouTube. I'm glad that people are starting to watch me on Twitch because I have been like chronically not streaming on Twitch. So I'm trying to do it better. Good morning, everybody. Or afternoon if you're on the East Coast. It just turned 12. I wanted to DJ a little bit before my gig later and just catch up with y'all. Call me, baby. Aw, well, I'm glad. I always love DJing reggae because it makes me the most happy, and I love dancing to reggae. I love singing to reggae, so glad to spread some vibes. Call me, baby. Call me, baby. Call me, baby. I've never heard of Mortimer. You're welcome. What type of reggae does he do? Call me, baby. Oh, call me, baby. I'll probably get yoinked if I play that. Dang. I want to play Evo Taylor because he just passed away, but I won't risk it. John Jones. Son of a gun. Well, it's Afro pessimism, so I understand what you mean, Arcadia. I'll turn this down for a second. Yeah, I mean, Afro pessimism is just about being like consciously aware of the reality you're in and like making do with it and making the best you can with it because that's what our ancestors were doing. You know, like things are bad right now, but things aren't slavery bad. And my ancestors somehow made it through that with less than what I have. So that's the only driving force for me because logically it's the most accurate. You know what I mean? Oh, that's cool. I'll check out Mortimer. Thank you, Georgie. It's time my girl. Man, you try to believe me. I'm going like a man. You try to take my head down. It's not my girl. I might trim my hair later, y'all. My Chelsea's growing out all at the same length at the same time. So it defeats the purpose of me having a mullet. I'm gonna have to thin out the middle, and I'll feel better. Hair will definitely never obey authority. Hair is anarchism, if we're being honest. Wiggle waggle, wiggle waggle, wiggle waggle, wiggle. Anyways, oh, how do I know when I'm ready for a haircut? It's because of the hairstyle I want. So I usually have a Chelsea, but I wanted to do a feather cut this time because I'm a little older and it's winter time. So I'd rather have more of like a mullet, like a 60s mullet. So I know when it's ready to get cut when everything is all the same length in the back. That means I have to cut the middle part, I have to thin it out and shorten it because it's supposed to look like a mullet. So if there's no mullet happening, then yeah, it's time to stop. Does that make sense? Does that help? Don't you brag and don't you boast. Don't like a bugaboo. By the way, I'm gonna press pause. He said, "Why are you acting like a bugaboo?" This song was recorded in '68. Just so you know, no slang is Gen Z slang. Most slang is Black American slang, or real, like a lot of slang that people use is Jamaican slang. Like, he literally said bugaboo in 1968 in Jamaica, so, alright. Before Destiny's Child. What's up? How's it going, Mexico? And don't you both. Acting like a bugaboo. A vagabond. Don't you pose. Like the most. Like the most. Don't you pose. People want cuss. But I don't want cuss. I don't want it. Don't want it. I need some speakers, y'all. I want to be like, but I am in my apartment, so alas. I could probably get some like little guys. Mercy. Sorry, y'all. I just got distracted by text. I'm inviting people out for my DJ party tonight. Does anybody else have plans this evening, or did y'all have plans this weekend? I'll turn this down for a sec. YouTube projects, yes. I'm in the works of writing the next episode of Soundcheck. And in general, I've been wanting to figure out different ways to do video essays. Like I'd much rather do like a documentary style video essay than sitting and being a talking head. And plus, it's a lot of editing that, like, I'll edit, but I genuinely do not like editing. So I do it as like a necessary evil at this point. So I've been trying to figure out ways in which to make videos more compelling. I've been reading Artist Way, and it's been changing my perspective around creativity and art a lot. So I might even do a series about that just to break it up. Because like I'm an artist that's political. I'm not like a person who makes political content. You know what I mean? Like I made those videos because I thought it was so important, and I stand by all the videos I made because like I was sick of like talking to the wall to myself about it, or like having people in my life ignore what I was saying. But I never intended to be like a political YouTuber or like a debate bro streamer. So for me right now, I'm trying to figure out ways in which to break that content up, because like the personal is always political, so I'll always be talking about it. It'll always be a part of what I make, but it's not all that I want to make. So I'm trying to learn or figure out ways I can pivot that still feel authentic to me. Because I notice, like, in the ways that people interact with me online, is because they think I'm like Hassan or like of those people, like the bad empanadas of the world, like where they think like I just want to argue about politics all day and like prove how smart I am. And that's the opposite of what I want to do. And that's why I get mad sometimes in responses, because it's like you can tell when people are coming to you with that expectation. They'll just be like, well, I don't agree with you. And it's like, okay, I don't want you to agree with everything that I say. And I always think it's weird and interesting that people have to like use that as a preface when they're like, I don't agree with everything you say, but I like your content. And it's like, that's a given, bro. I don't agree with anybody 100% of the time. Did you have to say that to me? I don't know, but that's neither here nor there. Let's get back to the reggae. No, exactly, Arcadia, and I have been having those conversations for such a long time personally, which is why I don't care to keep rehashing them. It's like I said what I said. Y'all know where I stand. Y'all know what I think we should be doing right now. All right. Like I'll make a video if I absolutely have to, but outside of that, I feel like I've said for the most part what I've needed to say about how I feel about the state of the country. You know, because I knew Donald Trump was a Nazi piece of shit when I was a teenager because I grew up in New York. Like, you know what I mean? Like, other people are catching up doesn't mean that everybody has to. So I'm much more interested in doing action right now because we need it. Like, dialoguing doesn't really do anything to change people's minds. But again, I'm an anarchist, so of course I'm gonna think about doing stuff myself, being DIY in that way. That's like a huge aspect of it. Never get tough. That's amazing. Like I've been an anarchist since I was a teenager, you know, and it only just keeps getting solidified the older I get. So, if anything, I'd rather like write a book or write essays like I had the pleasure of doing for current affairs. I might do it again, like write another article for them. They said I would be open to write for them at any time. So I'm just trying to pivot my political conversation. You know, I think the internet could be an echo chamber. I'm sick of hearing people say that we're cooked. Like I said before, how are we cooked when I am the result of enslaved Africans surviving? Like, get that evil off of me. What it, what's the line from Ricky Bobby? Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. That's how I feel all the time. I'm like, bro, you can have doubt, but don't put that shit on me. Like, I just reject that. So it's like a deep rejection for me. And I understand because I've been not doing well mentally, but I'm not giving up. That's like the one thing I can hold on to, you know? That's why it's important to know your history and like also know about your ancestral history too, because it's not unique to Black Americans. You know, like everybody's people has a legacy of survival, and if you were more tapped into that, you would feel less hopeless right now. Especially if you remember how little resources our ancestors had. Like my one of my closest friends, like I've had this pen pal since I was literally 15 years old. We've been friends since then. It's nuts. We've been through so much together, pen pal and writing stuff, sending stuff back and forth to each other. But she's told me about her family. Like she's from Portugal, but her family had to resist fascists during World War II in Portugal, and none of the people in her family's village wanted to. Nobody wanted to get a rifle. Nobody wanted to. They wanted to farm like they have been doing, but they had no choice. So they learned how to organize, and they resisted, and they got fascists out of their town. Like that's how like her family ended up being a part of World War II because they literally had no choice. And I think about stuff like that where it's like, bro, motherfuckers didn't even want to. So like, who am I to be like, oh, I don't want to do this? You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. That's how it be. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, we don't. Who are we? We don't have the right. I mean, we do, but we don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just hope y'all understand what I'm saying. Yeah, it's time for you to dig, Arcadio, and that's okay if you do dig. You know, like to become American on some point, like if you're non-black or non-indigenous, is to reject what like the history and legacy of that, and you have to like opt into like anti-indigenous, anti-blackness. Um, but that's not to say like you can't reverse that. You can reverse engineer it because like what was forgotten can be remembered. You know what I mean? And luckily, hopefully, there's more access for you to like actually go back and learn stuff. I'm not sure like if your family was affected by the war at all, but um, you know, if there's still a possibility for you to find out about your ancestors, you should absolutely do the digging. It's not going to be easy, but it's worth it. You know what I mean? And yeah, like to what Georgie's saying, it's important to unpack the propaganda. You know, that's why centers were so important. The scene where they're in the juke joint and it's past, present, and future. It like I said again, it's not just for Black people. That's why they included in that story it was the Chinese ancestors, the dancers, the theater dancers, um, because like that connection to your ancestors still exists. You know, like your Korean ancestors are waiting for you to know more about them, straight up. So you got it. And I feel you, Georgie. My mom and I, we work on our family tree together. She does a lot of the heavy lifting, but I'll help her like research stuff, or if she can't read some handwriting because it was written in 1891, I'll try to like make it out for her and stuff like that. And it's just important for us to know about our legacy and like with the digging, we first thought, oh yeah, we have our oldest ancestors from the 1700s, but then we kept digging, and now our oldest ancestor is from the 1680s, and not even on the East Coast. Like my whole family, on both sides of my family, always were. She's from fucking New Orleans. So if that's, I don't think that's my first ancestor on American soil, but if that was, my family's from New Orleans, so that means if I didn't dig, I would have never had that connection to New Orleans whatsoever. And now I want to go. Like I've always wanted to go, but now I want to go. I want to see the port because there was only one port where slaves came into New Orleans, so I want to go see where the port was. I want to, you know, there's not much else I have off of that because back then my ancestor was property, but like I know where she landed, I know when she landed, and I know how old she was when she landed. So that to me, even though it's not a lot, is more than what I had before. And it's enough to go connect on. You know, it could be beautiful. Okay. I'll stop yapping. I mean, yapping DJ is usually what I do, but why is it so fast? What's happening? That's a cursed sync just happened. My bad, y'all. Hold on. This is why I practice. Get all the weird the weird experiences come out now so I don't fuck up when I am in person and when it counts, when there's like people staring at me. Because that happens all the time. And I like to practice too because the mixers that I use at this bar, for some reason the controller doesn't always sync both sides of the turntables. So sometimes I'll have to DJ off of one turntable, which is really annoying to do because you can't blend. So sometimes I'll have to like time it so quickly so it's like a half a second after the song ends, it'll be loaded. I'll press the next song because otherwise, like it'll be like 1 to 5 seconds of dead air, and like it's not like it's the end of the world, but it drives me nuts. So I'm also gonna come early. I mean, I go early every time to try to figure this out, but like this time especially. My friend who's DJing with me, they DJ vinyl, so they don't even know how to help me. So this is all just something that I've been trying to like fix. But can y'all cross your fingers for me that this time both sides of the turntable will work and I'll be able to mix, blend, do all my effects, whatever, because annoying. But again, this is why I practice, so I can get all of my jitters out early. All right, there we go. What's up, Jelani? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you should definitely. There's a couple of Afro pessimism videos online that I recommend for anybody before they read that book. Just so you understand the concept. He has a ton, and yeah, he's really really great. I love Afro pessimism. It's a great theory, concept, art, like art movement. I would consider. I mean, I wrote an essay about that. I consider it both philosophy and art movement. Like I consider Kendrick Lamar an Afro pessimist artist, for instance. I consider like Mobb Deep Afro pessimist. Like that's when I get really heady. But I've read a whole book about that shit. But I do have a video on it. That was one of the first videos I did, the triple threat of Black Thought. Y'all should watch it if you haven't. Thank you for the positive vibes, y'all, because nobody cares when I mess up, but I care when I mess up. Oh, that's special, Pan. I mean, always like keep your boundaries up and your wits about you. But it's good to have some level of connection with your family. If it's safe enough to do so, I say go for it, you know? But if not, that's okay. Like, at least you know that information too, right? Like, it could be both. It could be like, all right, this is where my roots are, but this is how I'm going to move forward, and that's okay, you know? I'm kind of bummed that my sixth setup, I like really staged it, like, oh, I staged it all pretty this time, but I felt like standing up. Because I usually stand up when I DJ, so. You all around. People are silly. I get silly texts all the time. I posted like a selfie of me feeling myself, and it's just funny. And the responses. Yeah, that's cool about the mics. Daft Punk, like sometimes art is good and then it becomes popular, and then sometimes there's popular art that is popular because it's forced to be popular. And Daft Punk, since I've like listened to their early stuff and stuff, all that stuff, like they just happen to blow up because they're that good. They're really good producers and DJs, and that's awesome that they like change their equipment like for themselves. Um, because yeah, art is for the artist. Like that's something that I really had to come to terms with. Like I spent the last 15 years plus of my life being like, "Oh, I'm a graphic designer." And it's like, "No, I'm not. I'm an artist that does graphic design because there's nothing I hate more than designing something in the way that I interpret it, and then like a client of mine would be like, "Well, that's not what I was looking for." Even though I'm trying to articulate what they're asking me for, and like that back and forth of like trying to figure out what other people want when they don't know how to describe the words is like it was enough for me to stop doing design business stuff. And I do, and I feel great because like now I just design because I want to, and it's the best. I'm having so much fucking fun. Oh my god. Spent literally I had a freelance business for 6 years. Before that I was just like freelancing off and on, like literally 10, 15 years of my life freelancing, and I hated it. and I did it because people said it was the only way I would be able to be creative and get paid. And they're a bunch of liars. I don't know. They're a bunch of liars. All right. Right, that's how I feel too, but that's why I had to stop calling myself a designer because fundamentally, I agree. You come to me because you want my creativity, you want my art as the artist, as the designer. But designers are more like mercenaries, if you really think about it. Somebody comes to you, they say, I want a flyer, I want it made this way. If you take the money, you say it. The only time they go, you could do whatever you want, is if they think that your ability it supersedes them. But if at any point someone thinks that they can do what you're doing, they discredit the work. But that's like how people treat modern art, right? Like they'll look at a Rathko or whatever, or a Pollock, or just any of the abstract art where it's like it looks like it's just scribbles or paint blobs. Like people who are not aware of art automatically discount that art, not realizing that that painting might be 12 feet, and they stretched the bars themselves, they did the canvas themselves, they primed it themselves. People don't realize that that could be hours and maybe years even of work. Like some portraits, paintings, whatever, people work on for literal years. So yeah, it may look like you can do it, but no, you can't. And also, a lot of those modern art paintings, it's more about the technique. Like you see just a painting that's just red, but you look up close to it and you realize that's fucking 20 layers of oil paint that they painted like this with their arm like this the entire time, and that took them a shoulder surgery and a half. Like I don't know. Art is so much more than what people think. So that's why I stay away from calling myself a designer now, because like I realized that through trial by fire that as a designer, I really don't really have a say. Like I can give my personal and professional expertise to you, but if you're paying me, you're gonna want to walk away with your idea, even if it's bad. Like you don't care that I know better than you when it comes to design. But art is whatever I make it. So if you don't like my art, fuck it. You don't have to like my art. Art is subjective, you know. But design's not subjective. So I love design as a medium of art. The rules of it, the expectations that you can have with it, that's awesome. But like as a business, I don't know if I'll ever do it again, y'all. Advertising broke me, and it's okay because like I am who I am now, and I would have never realized that I was running away from being a fine artist if I didn't go through all of that turmoil. But it definitely broke me. Like you'll never catch me in an office as like a job again. Hell no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. The rude boy train is all around. It's coming now. It's coming now. Seven is back on the scene. 007 is back on the scene. Shout out to your mom. It's true, yeah. Like I went to the highest level that you could as a designer. You know, like I had my own business. I did really well in my business. I had contracts with nonprofits and foundations. I was just a one person team too, so all of that outside of my expenses were profit. I was doing well, but I hated it. And then I switched to advertising, thinking that would be the solution. Um, and I realized that the reason why I hated it is because I didn't belong there. Not at all. Not even close. Not even close. All right, I'm gonna play Toots, but no, I'm scared. Certain people I play on here, the copyright will just yoink me. Like I can play a lot of reggae, but if they're like known internationally, I'm screwed. So I remember I was like, ooh, let me see if I could play like an early Bob song, like not Bob Marley solo, but the Wailing Wailers were like when he was a teenager. Shut the thing down. Or Barrington Levy, I can't ever do. No Gregory Isaacs, and that's like the I immediately want to play it, but I can't. So I have a Ko-fi and or is it coffee? I'll say coffee. I have a coffee and a Patreon though, and I'm thinking of doing practice sessions on there, because copyright doesn't matter on those. Let's see. I don't know. What are y'all in the mood for? I was just like playing like Skinhead Reggae and stuff like that. Tonight is I'm playing all love songs or all breakup songs because of Valentine's Day. So a lot of what I'm playing right now I'm not gonna be playing later, but if you want, I could start showing you some of the songs I'll play later. Let's do that maybe. Play punk. I've never DJ punk. I can play some boy though. Thank you, Jelani. Yeah. Can y'all like the stream so more people can watch? I am grateful. I was going to say grateful like it's Thanksgiving or something, but I am grateful for the love and appreciation I get from y'all. I'm grateful for the love and appreciation I get from my friends, from my loved ones, and from my cat, who y'all know is my child. So yeah, thank you. Oh, thank you. Well, I appreciate it. We're gonna get romantic slash not romantic tonight. I'm gonna play like songs like this, and then I'm gonna play. I'm gonna give everybody whiplash and play a reggae breakup song. Everybody's gonna be like, and it's gonna be like whiplash. It's gonna be like, I don't even know. There's a lot of them though. I just have to like collect them. I haven't curated like my box yet for my set list, but this is a part of why I'm doing this right now, too, to remind myself of what I have and what I should play. Stop playing, bro. This cursed and evil track. It did this twice. I need to just load a different song on the right deck because it's just doing whatever it wants. I might do some soul too, honestly, because soul has love songs. Oh no, I'm gonna stop playing this before I get in trouble. I do this every time, bro. I was about to play Stacks, but I just remembered it's the Wu-Tang sample. So this is gonna get yoinked immediately. I can't even play it. I will play it tonight though. So on your puppet and then into okay, I'll play the jam of all jams. My cat is based. She's just staring at me on my bed though. She's looking at me like, who are you talking to? That's not me. And why aren't you over here? Don't you know it? Don't you know it? It's so good. Makes me love. Let's see. Do, do, do. Hurts so good. Hurts so good. Hurts so good. Hurts so good. Hurts a little bit. Cause don't you know that? Don't you know that? Don't you know that? It hurts so good. Mama, you're free to go now, wherever you want. Mama, you're free to go now, wherever you want. Sing lover, change your mind. Your love is guide, baby. It's gone so long. Stay loose. Mama, you're free to go now, wherever you want. Stay loose. Mama, you're free to go now. Stay loose. Mama, you're free to go now, wherever you want. Stay loose. Mama, you're free to go now, wherever you want. Change your mind. I'm loving a guy, and baby, he's gone so long. Stay loose. Mama, you're free to go now, wherever you want. Oh, nice. Reggae workout music is chill. I ride my bike to reggae. When I'm lifting, though, it has to be hardcore and metal. I'm just like, I'm very much a typical gym bro in that way. I'll be lifting to like Nails or Zabalba or something like that. Like, it has to be like ridiculous. Like, it has to be loud and have a lot of bass. I also love lifting a crowbar. Okay. I probably can't play that one, even though that's a banger. I'll play it tonight, though. I'm Still in Love with You by Alton Ellis. The ones that I know that are worldwide famous, I can never play on stream. Um, because they'll kick my ass. Okay. I haven't thought about things that we've been doing. Oh, yes. And that's about. Hey, what's up? Shout out to your new cat. That's awesome, Candace. What's your cat's name? Welcome to the cat family. What will your mama say, girl? What will your mama say when she finds out? Oh, yes, we're in love. Oh, that reminds me. Dang, where is this link? I'll just post it after. I'll make an announcement though. After stream, I'm gonna post a mutual aid fund that I'm promoting for a comrade of mine. We're gonna help a Korean activist, an artist that needs our support. I'll put it on the community page. What will your mama say? What? They also do tarot readings. So if you want to buy a tarot reading to support them, that's definitely available. But like I said, I'll post it later because I can't do it now because it's like on my phone. So I'll do it after stream. Leave me away. Can't you see? Born to love you. Born to love you. Born to love you. Oh my god, that that comment just killed me, bro. Are you saying I'm out mogging clavicular right now? Take a screenshot. That's right. Seaward being a human forward person gives you clear skin, you know? Minimal blemishes. I don't look like what I've been through. But every Trump supporter has aged 20 years. he's an incel, but the person who commented that was making a joke. Saying that I look good because I look better than clavicular, and that like all anarchists just look better than clavicular because our politics are better. So yeah, that made me laugh. I hope this doesn't get copyright because this is a great one too. This one gets everybody hype, and then I gotta go and play it over because everybody's all. Whenever I play this, everyone's like, ah! So then I have to start it over. I hope you're enjoying your walk. I love going on walks. That's another thing I picked up from Artist Way. It's like go on a walk. Call it an artist walk. Bring headphones or don't, but pay attention to what you're doing outside. And I started doing it, and it's given. I walk every day now. No reason, no excuse. I just make sure I walk every day, and it's nice. It helps me clear my mind. Not true. True. This is all natural over here. Man, I don't understand. Like, it's just truly a sick and twisted world we're living in. And to think that the majority of all these alt-right incel people are only popular because, like, directly because of Jeffrey Epstein is enough to just sign out the internet and not sign back on, Like, but if you were at SJW, I mean, a lot of my audience is younger, Gen Z. Y'all were in elementary school, middle school, but I graduated college around this time. I was in my early 20s, like the age y'all are now, yelling, being like, I'm not an SJW. I'm just a person who cares about human beings. And we trolled our way into Nazism, so shout out to meme propaganda or whatever. I I think it's called mimic warfare or some shit like that. The CIA just dropped a new thing, a new definition. That one's a very popular request at reggae night. Tell me why, why, tell me why. Tears are falling down my face because of you. Because of you. Mimetic, that's the word. Mimetic warfare. Yeah, we don't need any. I mean, people already don't know what anarchism is. We don't need any more violence. No, 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 no. Oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, why, see me cry. Huh? See me here. Beautiful. And yeah, I hate them because like they're not leftists. They just don't want to admit that they are fascist or like authoritarian. But then again, I guess that they do count as the left because there are authoritarian leftists. So I just I just explained away what was happening myself. Yeah. Oh well, that's what they into. And also, fuck him. He literally stole my name. I can't even go by my real name on the internet because a white man stole my name. Bro, give me my name back. That's why I'm Lucretia. She's a little girl. 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 Oh yeah, she's a little girl. Oh yeah. Let's do some Phyllis. All right, this is if nothing else is helping me figure out what I'm gonna play tonight when I'm organizing my files. Because it's like reminding me, oh yeah, that's a love song. That's a love song. That's a love song. So I'm gonna curate my stuff after stream too. It should be a good night. You would stay away. Hey, what's up? The opposite of a mud bath? I guess just a regular bath. But you, it's for you. You wouldn't stay away. You wouldn't stay away. You wouldn't stay away. She was so sad all the time. I love Phyllis though. Someone's on my head. Someone's on my head. Someone's on my head. Yeah. Bounce on my head, love bounce on my game. Love once on my head, love once all I did. Love once all I gave. You are the kind of girl I'm looking for. You are the kind of girl I've been dreaming about. Come into my parlor. Come into my parlor. That's what I'm saying to you now. Misery. I really walk and shake it, girl. All right, yeah. All right, all right. We're formulating the set. This is an important part of my day today, so thank you. It's not I usually, when I come over here I'll just like play whatever I feel and like talk, but since I'm DJing later, I'm like thinking about what to play and what would fit, and I'm looking at the BPMs. I'm like, okay, those songs kind of fit together. Honestly, I could bring my laptop with me. But I've never plugged my laptop into a controller. Should I try that today? Should I be an asshole and try something I've never done today? Should I be an asshole and try something I've never done before a set, or should I just bring my USB? Maybe I can bring both. And like if it doesn't work when I set it up, then that's fine. I'm thinking hard about this. I'm gonna think about it. Because I want it to be easy. Like, I just want it to be as seamless as possible. And I know how to DJ well on my setup at home. And I know a part of it is to learn other setups as well. But if I can make it easier to learn the other setup, why not, right? So we'll see. I'm gonna think about it. Okay, that was coming to my parlor. Now I have to like think of more love songs. Let's see. I know this one has one. What's up? Yeah, I'm DJing later tonight, and I'm building my set in real time right now. That's why it's all over the place because I'm thinking about what to play and what not to play. What I usually do is I have like a bunch of files, um, and I'll do like a practice set with like my crates that I already made on my DJ application. Um, and I'll just like play around with them, and then I make a separate crate of all the songs that I want to play. I'll do like themes, right? Like we had a Christmas themed reggae party in December. So that crate was like a lot of different reggae songs, but mostly Christmas reggae. So this time, since it's both Black History Month and Valentine's Day, I'm gonna do like some pro black songs, like pro black reggae songs. I'm gonna do love songs, breakup songs. And luckily for me, most reggae songs are love songs. So I don't even have to do that much. Um, but yeah, we are body doubling. Thank you for saying that. Cause like I always feel bad when I don't talk on stream sometimes. But yeah, we're just hanging out. This is like if you were my friend and y'all were like over my house, I'd be quiet certain points too, you know? So yeah, that's what we doing. We body doubling. It will be fun. I'm excited. And then my friend who I admire a lot is a DJ. He DJs vinyl. Um, so that's always great. I have not conquered DJing vinyl yet. I have vinyl, but I'm like intimidated by vinyl. I'd much rather listen to vinyl like chilling at home. When it comes to like DJing vinyl, I just get so intimidated because then it's like you gotta know if it's a bigger record, if it's like a 12-inch, where the song you want to put it on, it has to be aligned perfectly. It just takes more skill than I have currently, but it's something I'm working towards for sure. I have a lot of admiration for people who DJ vinyl, and a lot of the a lot of the reggae DJs in my city do DJ vinyl, and they're purist about it, so it can be annoying. Like I've had somebody be like, "You're gonna DJ with a USB," like before my DJ set before. You know, like why even do that? Are you trying to put bad juju? But guess what? You came to see me play, so who cares if you want me to carry 50 records to impress you? I'm not doing all that. Maybe later on in my life, not currently. I don't. Vinyl people could be snobs. That was a real story, by the way. He was like, he was like, "You're gonna DJ vinyl? I mean USB." And he looked at me. I was like, "Bro, yeah." I'm not a rich kid. Whoops. But I'm only gonna be on here for maybe 2 hours. Um, because I do have other things to do before my set today. But I do at least want to promise, like keep my end of the promise, and come on stream and say hello to y'all. Last week was just rough. It's still very hard in general with everything coming out with the files and like obviously no consequences that are like systemic because like why would rich people persecute themselves? You know what I mean? But if nothing else, like this should be a radicalizing thing when it comes to class consciousness. Like if, because a lot of people keep saying we're not angry enough, we're not angry enough, and it's like yes, we are angry enough, but the systems that are in place aren't built to give us justice. They never were, you know. Like that's what a lot of people have to like come to terms with. Like a system that arrests innocent black and brown people is not going to be the same system that's going to give justice to sex trafficking victims. You know, it's just not gonna happen. And I need people to wrap their heads around that so they can realize that justice is gonna come from us in a different way, and not from Bill Gates and all of them getting arrested. Because it's they own the prisons, bro. They owned them before we knew about the files. You know. That's why Ghislaine Maxwell has a fucking puppy. You know, like so. Hold on to the people you love. And just know that the justice that we seek is not going to come from the same people that enabled this to happen. It's just not. They can't. You know, they're not. They're not capable. Right. I agree with you, Candace. That's why I don't like the sentiment of people saying on social media, we're not angry enough. We're not angry enough. Why isn't anybody doing anything? And it's like, okay, so you've never actually listened to victims because, like, when you're a victim of abuse, you still have to live your life, unfortunately, you know? Unfortunately. Just because people seem like they're okay doesn't mean that they are. Um, and like you said, the rage runs deep. It's just me knowing that I'm not going to get the justice I seek from the same people who enabled this to happen. Because at the end of the day, we're realizing it's a global ring, human and sex trafficking ring. So if it's literally global to that scale, realistically, are we going to get justice from the people and the governments who are a part of this? Absolutely not. We have it, the entire system is rotted. Everything in it is rotted, but it always was. And this just shows that it always was because only a system where this could happen. Loopholes are not, you know, like for the Democrats who are like, oh, loopholes is just bad people in power. Loopholes are not. This is not a system we should stand by. Like, it doesn't matter if it was a mistake or not, or people overlooked it, or whatever excuse people have to say for themselves to justify the evil. No matter which way you slice it, it's fucked. it started playing again. It's cursed. Yo, the right deck is cursed. It just will play whatever it wants. Me from home. Kept me warm. Set me free. You, I would give anything I own. Give up my life, my heart, my home. I would give anything I own. Just back again. Like I was saying before, I posted a selfie and I guess everyone's feeling flirty because of the holiday. Because most of the time I don't even get attention. Like people don't flirt with me, and if they do, they waste my time. You know, like it's just a bunch of bullshit. So I'm laughing at the text message I'm getting online right now. My heart, my own. I would give anything I own. Back again, as to talk to you once again. If there's someone you know that won't let you go and taking your love for granted, just them one day taken away. Don't hear a word they say. I would give anything I own. Give up my life, my heart, my home. I would give anything I own. Well, have you back again once again. That's another lover, Ken Booth. He's always romantically yearning. Yeah, it's so good, right? Oh, Oh, that's awesome. Um, Dang, I should have been recording this whole time, huh? I will do another mix soon, though. If everybody wants to hear my mixes, they're on my SoundCloud. So if you look on my YouTube page, my SoundCloud will be listed, and same with my Twitch for my latest mixes. But I didn't record this one, but I will record one soon, I promise. I haven't done that in a while, and I do miss doing it. So maybe I'll do it this week. Thanks for the idea. To just be. Hey, what's up? Oh, cool. Yeah. If that's the case, I I can share the Spotify link. Don't get on me. I'm working on deleting it. I've had Spotify for 12 years, and out of all the subscriptions I have, it is the hardest one to give up. It really is. I don't watch any streaming sites or anything, but my Spotify, I feel like I'm addicted to it, definitely. They got me. They got me good. No, Lucretia McEvil is a funk song from Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Is there a song called Lucretia or something? I don't listen to Megadeth. No. Annoying. See, what I was just talking about how I hate doing design projects. My mom is asking me to do a design project, and she's already asked me what's the progress like, but she asked me to do it yesterday. She asked me, "Hey, can you design this thing for me?" I was like, "Yeah, I can do it. I can start this weekend." It is still this weekend, by the way. It's not Monday. It's still Sunday. And she's texting me, asking me if I started yet. This is why I don't like designing. Why? You didn't tell me when you need it by. Why don't you tell me when you need it by instead of asking me if I started yet, huh? I just don't. I'm an artist. Leave me alone. I am not a designer. Yeah, I mean, I think it's about having a plan. Like anybody who shames you for not being able to go cold turkey isn't being realistic about like where you are. You know what I mean? Like I've been using Apple for instance since I was a teenager, around 15 cuz again, like I said, I'm a graphic designer and back then, I mean even still they say if you want to be an artist, professional artist, you need Apple because at that time Adobe was only available for Mac. So I've been like groomed to be connected to certain products. You know what I mean? Like I've already made the commitment that I'm not going to buy any new Apple products, only use the refurbished moving forward. But even that, like, eventually I don't want to use Mac anymore. Like, but how? Like, I just need other alternatives as artists, and I'm learning them. And guess what? Now they're being created because they always weren't there. You know, like DaVinci Resolve wasn't always around. I'm an old lady. Like, I think it's easier also for people who are younger to, when it comes to that, because they don't understand like how hard it used to be, and also how it wasn't always like this. Like, I hate Adobe so much because they're charging me for a subscription. When I first started using Adobe, I saved up for the software and never had to buy it again. And then they started updating, like all you have to do is buy the new version of the software if you wanted the features. But now it's, if you want to use it at all, you have to pay per month. It's just too much. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot. So it's gonna take a while for people to transition. Like, I'm definitely interested in getting an older iPod or a MP3 player alternative to use instead of Spotify, especially because they just changed the price again. I was paying $6 a month because I was in school, and now that I'm not in school anymore, they're charging $13 for Spotify for one account. Like, bro, what? No, I'm not paying that anymore. So that alone is gonna get me off of Spotify, honestly. But that has definitely been a challenge for me. Because like I said, I've been using it since Spotify was introduced to America. It sucks. I've been groomed to like be a part of these things, but I know other people have their own challenges with certain companies too, um like for some people it's streaming services, right? It's hard for them to cancel Netflix or Hulu. I don't find interest in most things that are on television, so those things were always the easiest for me to give up, you know. um like separating from Amazon took a while too, because I at that point only had access to certain stores and was using Amazon for the Prime. But now, like again, like I said, being an old lady, now fast shipping is not even something that Amazon does anymore because the poorer workers are being so overworked that like physically the demand, they can't keep up with doing 2-day shipping or overnight shipping. But also that has normalized faster shipping for smaller brands. So now you don't even have to go through Amazon because you'll get it in 4 days because they're trying to compete with Amazon now. Instead of taking a week or 2 weeks, they're trying to get it to you in 4 days. So it depends on like what I'm trying to get. And a lot of the time now, to avoid shopping at Amazon, I try to get it in person. Like, oh, I need to buy something. Okay, let me look up where I can buy it in person. I always look in person first before I buy anything online anyway. Um, just in general. But yeah, I think divesting from brands is gonna take a while, including Discord. Like, I feel so stupid because I've been wanting to make one for a while, but I didn't think anybody would want to get into it. And then the week I sign up the chat for Discord, Discord is like, oh hey, now we need your ID for stuff. Granted, I mean, I've said it in the comments before, and I'll say it again. Like, the sex worker community have known this is happening because they've been collecting IDs for you to like post online for forever. A lot of people think that like you don't need ID to do that type of work, like whether online or in person, but that's not the truth. Like, those companies need to know your age so they don't get in trouble. And it's the same thing that's happening now to Discord, Like, Sesta Fosta was used as, oh, we're gonna help from human trafficking. Obviously it's obvious that the government doesn't actually care about human trafficking or sex trafficking because of what happened with the files, right? So it was always the means of just surveillance. So it's the same thing that's happening with Discord too. Um, but I don't appreciate it because we need like not everything has to be verified by ID, obviously, you know? Like good for you, Joe. I mean, I'm glad that you never joined and it's easy for you to stay away. Like I said, like everybody has their thing that they have to work on, like getting better or improving on. For me, it's not a contest, you know? Um cuz like it's challenging for me to delete my Spotify, but I've been vegan for almost 7 years. You know, like so it's just everybody has their thing that they have to work on. Um you know, it's just always funny when people use that as a means to like try to like point fingers because it's like we're all in this trying to unlearn and trying to divest. So if it takes one day cold turkey, awesome, that's sick. If it takes you planning out you leaving, like, oh, I'm gonna finish out my year subscription because I paid it and then I'm not gonna renew, sick. Or I'm gonna just use the subscription I had for this month and then I'm not renewing, awesome. Like all that's valid because the goal is to get your money out of there. Bye, Pan. Check you later. Yeah, it's all about balance. But also, yeah, I mean, I think certain things have urgency and certain things it's okay to plan, like I mean like boycotting, and which is what this is, and like divesting from certain brands. Like that takes planning and time, you know. But certain things like action when it comes to like protecting your neighborhood from ICE or de-arresting someone, that is something that you do with urgency. You don't plan, I mean you do plan that out, but you don't go, well then I'm gonna do this step and that's, you know what I mean? Like certain things will take time over others and that's just how things go. My black Cinderella. True. I just saw a post. I don't know if y'all know, but I work in bar industry now, to help support myself as an artist, and now I get like algorithm related stuff because I'm looking up drink recipes, bars, all that stuff. And the post I just saw on my feed says that the bar community, I mean, the toxic community of bartenders is just high school with liquor, and it made me laugh because it's true. Because if you're in the wrong bar, you will feel like it's high school all over again. That's happened to me multiple times, and it happens all the time to me actually. Because I'm unassuming for a lot of people because I am smaller and mostly quiet. Um, people think that I'm like super young and like easy to take advantage of. So some people take that as a means to try to bully me or isolate me, and then some people take that as like, oh, I'm gonna try to like get her on my side to like do what I want. But I catch on to all those things quick because like I'm not in high school. So it's hard to stick around at a place where you could like see the drama. Like the bar I just left, um the manager was dating the head bartender, and during my shift I was one of the first people to clock in that day, but he let himself and his girlfriend leave first, even though it's supposed to go in entry order, and then they went drinking, and then I was like, oh, I'm not staying here. So I didn't stay because imagine staying there and that would be like my everyday. Like, oh, I clocked in at 4, but I'm gonna close even though I opened because the bartender wants to go have sex with his girlfriend. Like, are you fucking for real right now, stupid bitch? Or another time that I've experienced that sort of high school thing was one of the bartenders I worked at. She never talked to me. Like, she always made it seem like she had a problem with me. So, like, when her and the other bartenders were around each other, they would turn their back at me and all talk together. And they're gossiping like this. And I'm looking back and gossiping like that. And I'm just in the corner. I'm a bar back at the time. So, like, I'm looking at them talking to each other, gossiping, and looking at me. And they're doing all that while not serving customers. And then the customers are looking at me because I'm just standing there. And they're like, can I not buy a beer from you? And I'm like, no, I'm sorry, dude. I'm a bar back. And I was tired of doing that every day. So I left that bar too. I'm looking for a bar that doesn't have that bullshit. The bar that I worked at that was in the movie theater was chill. I had my own station. I got the ability to work and rock, and like there were some people I didn't vibe with there, but it wasn't important. Like that bar was big enough that I didn't have to interact with them if I didn't want to. But the downside of that place is that since it was service bartending or me like inside the well, um, working at the movie theater, you weren't tipped. So that's the only reason why I'm not there anymore. Also because they hire seasonally, so if that job would paid more, I would still be there. Cause every other bar is like some bullshit, yo. It really is. It's a frat party, and I hate it because I'm not. I've never been that person, and people who live in that reality where they're like, oh, they're like playing the social hierarchy game beyond high school. Like people who live like that, they see me and they think because I don't participate that I'm an easy target. When it's more like, no, I reject the charade that y'all got going on, and I think you're a joke actually. And it always shocks people who think like that. Off like it puts them off guard because to operate in that system, you have to be an assumptive asshole. You just have to be. You know what I mean? So of course I look like some dumb little person who's naive and doesn't know how to do stuff to you. And then I'll move a keg by myself and everybody is shocked. It's like, bitch, I'm 34. I don't know why you think I would have a challenge to do my job when this is like my 40th job. Like, I'm a millennial, bro. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I know. Bars with live music are way better. They're just harder. I'm in New York, so it's harder to get in that job as a bartender because those bars are always busy and those bartenders make a lot of money. So bartenders that work at venues never leave. That's why you'll see the bartender there and they've worked there for 8 years. Because the money's too good. They only have to work 2 to 3 days a week to pay their rent and everything. And every other bar sucks, so they're not gonna work there. They're gonna stay at the venue. So eventually, hopefully, I'll work at a venue or a bar place. But right now I'm chilling. I'm going back into like freelancing stuff again and paying my bills that way. But yeah, I'm just like over the drama. I think I told y'all also that bar I was talking about with the manager dating the head bartender. It was a mag bar, and I don't know why they hired me. I really don't know why they hired me. Like, I dress the way that I do. I am the way I am, and I'm pretty obvious about it, so I don't know why they thought like that meant I would want to work in that environment. It was honestly just a power trip thing cuz the GM reached out to me after me applying there like a month previously, and she's like, "Oh, our hiring for the winter didn't work out. Are you still available?" Which means she's just a power hungry person, right? You didn't hire me, and you said yourself when you were interviewing that y'all were interviewing like 40 people. So there's no way that we all suck. Like y'all got rid of all of us. There's no way that we all suck. You interviewed 40 people, you hired on 10, and you got rid of all of them before the month was over, and then you reach out to me. Like, no, it's not me or them, actually. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I've been a waitress. I don't like serving tables. I don't. People are very, like I said again, because I'm smaller, people think that, and this is unfortunate for everybody who is 20, right? But that's why I speak about it, because I am a example that ageism is very real. Um, because people will see me because I'm smaller and I have a young appearance. They think that I don't know what I'm doing. Um, and I'm also autistic, so I can mask, but everybody knows somehow, some way that there's something about me that they don't like, you know? So it usually ends up being customers being like really rude to me when I work as a waitress. Oh, or managers doing the same. Cause like for me, if I ask a question, it's for me to get the full details so I understand it so I can do a good job. But to some people, if you ask them a question, that means you don't understand. Like you're dumb. You don't understand like concepts. And I just think that's such a bizarre way to live. But a lot of people live like that in the restaurant industry. So I much prefer bar work over food. People are rude as hell to servers, and I don't do well with that. Cause my whole thing is, if you're gonna be a bitch to me, I'm gonna say something back. So if my job is that I can't say anything back, no, my ancestors already lived through that, and I can say something. You know what I mean? Like they fought so I could say something. So nah, I like bars because you can. There is a push back and forth at a bar. Like if someone's an asshole to me at a bar, I can just not serve them, or I can tell the bouncer and they could leave. You know, or like I said, there's rapport back and forth. I could be like, well, I didn't like that, or whatever else. Like you still want the customer to have a good time, but like with bars, there's way more boundaries. Servers don't get that. I feel for everybody who works in the service industry. Right, Joe, you're 39 and they think that you're in your 20s because you don't have a mustache and you don't look like shit. Like, oh, because I don't look like shit, that means I don't deserve respect. Okay, whatever you say. Right, Jerm. People go out of their way. Like it's a power trip, especially with food. That's why I don't do serving. Um I don't do serving because people will go out of their way to treat you bad when you're doing the best job you could. You're busting ass, and they want to be like, oh, because again, everything. culturally comes from slavery in America. So the idea of people wanting to do that is coming from slavery. That's where that impulse is. Their ancestors missed when they could treat people like shit with no consequence. So that's why they go harass the 19-year-old at the fucking coffee counter, because they still have to get that energy, that ancestral energy that they're rejecting out, you know? I still want to feel better and more important because I'm white and make more money than you. So I'm going to go out of my way to make you feel bad, you know? So fuck that. I just wish I knew about bars sooner instead of trying to force myself into liking restaurants, because I don't like restaurants. And on top of that, like, regardless of the experience I have, people always end up putting me at the bottom because they don't trust that I can do my job, which again is their bias. So I just don't even like dealing with that. If I tell you I'm 30 something and I've been working since I was 17, there's no reason why you should be like, okay, you should start as being a hostess and let's just see. Why do you have to test my work ethic in order to trust me? I don't like that shit either. Like, you should be able to look me in the eye and know that I know what I'm fucking doing. Look at my credentials. I gave you my resume. Like with the lady who fired everybody. That's what I was thinking. I was like, so you have bad judgment because you hired me saying that I was capable, and then you got rid of me saying I'm not. So that means you're the one who's bad. And again, it can't be all of us because you interviewed 40 people. So people are fucking insane. Should I buy a fake mustache? Hell no. That's mad funny. All right, cool. Well, like I said, I'm only gonna be on for a little bit. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do. I have to eat lunch. I have to chill. My cat is looking at me. Ida's just looking at me. Talk to y'all, not hang out with her. She's pretty annoyed by it, so I'm gonna hang out with her for a little bit. And I have to build my crates, like I said. But this is helpful figuring out what I'm gonna play, what I'm not gonna play, and then talking with y'all for a little bit. And thank you for saying I'm a badass DJ. I try. Um, I'm excited for tonight. It should be fun. Eventually, one of these days, I would love to stream me DJing my event online. But I guess if I could figure out how to do my laptop, I'll be able to bring it one of these days. Oh, thanks for watching that vid. Um, yeah, I mean, sure, I'm sure he. I don't know. I'm gonna leave my I'm gonna leave my Hassan commentary to myself. I supported him from the very beginning, him and his big headed uncle. So I'm just like disappointed in that family altogether. They're not genuine. Um, we were just talking about the hierarchy. That's all I see when I see Cenk and Hassan. Unfortunately, like, they care about being seen and then being in crowd, not about real justice. Um, because of the way that they dismiss racism and anti-blackness. They both did it in different fonts. You know what I mean? Like, Hassan ignores the criticisms people give him about black women specifically. And whenever people bring up that he doesn't understand race and class and race, gender, and class, he'll hang out with black dudes. So it's like, you're still not getting it, bro. If someone calls you a racist and a misogynist, you shouldn't like then stream with FD, who I love, you know? Like, find a black woman to stream with. But he can't because he hasn't addressed anything yet. Or like with Shank and Anna, their whole thing was Trump's not really a fascist. You guys are too dramatic on the left. You guys are obnoxious, annoying, too woke, blah blah blah, which is anti-black, right? all the black people on Young Turks left because that's a dog whistle. You're calling me too woke because I know where this is headed because it happened to my ancestors. And now they're crying wolf and being like, "Oh, I didn't realize it was going to be that bad." You would realize it if you listened to the black people on your staff, but you don't care enough to listen to them. So it's the same. I think it's the same thing with Hassan. He like doesn't care enough. It has to be enough of a problem for him socially for him to care. Like it has to be a big enough backlash, and it hasn't been because it gets too much. Like I said in the video, it's an echo chamber. So people are gonna be like, "Don't listen to them," and then he's gonna be like, "You're right. I shouldn't listen to them," and then he won't listen. So yeah, that's just how it be. Thank you for hyping me up. I do have a Cash App. I'll drop it in here. Just make sure, because someone stole my Cash App username, and I had to spell it differently. So nobody has used Lucretia McEvil ever before me. So whenever people just started registering it, I'm like, all right, I see you. Right, Trey. To your point, I did not know. I did not know that that's where that came from. That the Young Turks was from the Armenian genocide. And that's terrifying. Thank you for liking my Black EDM history video. Um, the video, the documentaries did a lot of the heavy lifting in there. So I hope you get a chance to watch some of them in full. All of them that I searched are on YouTube still. So if you look up like Black Techno, Black House Music, Doc, the ones that I referenced, most of them will come up. No, for real, Forgetful, you're not wrong. Like I genuinely think he has to like if it was monetizable, which unfortunately it isn't because it's black women we're talking about. That's when people would care. Those are my payment things. Coffee. I always say coffee. The QR code though is for coffee. You can subscribe to be a member, or they have a one-time donation button there too. That is like end-to-end encrypted if you'd prefer to do that over Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. But I dropped the links in there if y'all are interested. Yeah, I mean, I had to spell it Mac Evil for Cash App, and sometimes online I have to spell it Mac Evil because some person saw that I used it and started to use it. So if you try to Cash App me and it doesn't say Destiny or it doesn't have like a picture of a black person, don't send them it. I think the other person's name is like Renee or something. Like, who are you, bro? But yeah, I appreciate y'all. And that combo is a little bit why I'm interested in pivoting my work a little bit. So before I'll end, I'll talk about what I started talking about in the beginning of the stream is I'm just pivoting. I don't like being seen as a political commentator because that's not what I am. I'm an artist with opinions about politics because the personal is political. You know, I'm an anarchist and an activist. So like everything I view is about politics and will have a political framework in some way. But I'm not like a YouTube bro. I'm not Destiny. I'm not Hassan. I'm not Vosh. I'm not Bad Empanada. I'm none of those niggas. And I hate when people interact with me thinking that I am. Like I said this earlier, a lot of people will drop into my stream or comment on my videos or my posts and they'll be like, I don't agree with everything you say, but I like your opinions. And I just think it's a weird way to give someone a compliment by starting out with how you disagree with them. That's for one. And for two is I'm not expecting y'all to agree with everything that I say because again, I'm not Hassan, I'm not Bad Empanada, I'm not Vosh, I'm not Destiny, I'm not Aaron Parnas, I'm not Dean Parker, I'm none of those niggas. I am somebody who made videos because I thought it was important enough to make, and and that's about it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I didn't even know he was a racist. I never watched him, but that's why I'm bringing it up because like a lot of people interact with me as like with debate bro intention. Like I'll post one of my opinions and then somebody will come through with a fucking the text like this long. And it's like I'm not reading all that for one, and for two, this is not why I posted. This is not why I'm engaging with y'all. This is why I'm engaging with y'all. I like the conversation we're having. I like us being able to talk and communicate and relate as human beings and process things we're going through that way. Whereas like it's more than just politics. It's our feelings, it's our energy, it's philosophically how we got through it. The logic behind it, like the nitty-gritty of like humanness is what I care about, not being right. And I hate when people interact with me that way, which is why I'm pivoting. Soundtrack is soundtrack has been a big priority of mine. I'm gonna continue building it and doing more interviews. If you're on Patreon or Coffee, I have the latest interview up with Michelle from the Baldies, one of the first women who was a part of the Baldies and the anti-racist action movement in Minneapolis. Both on Patreon and Coffee have two Minnesota activists, OGs, on interview. Y'all should join to watch those. But if you don't have the means to join, the interview with Mick Crenshaw is in Soundtrack episode 3. And Michelle's episode will be released soon. I'm still working on the script and we'll be recording that in the coming weeks once I figure out my schedule. But yeah, I'm more interested in interviews, conversations, building community via stream like this, and doing like video essays that are more like documentary style or artistic. Like I'm considering making a series about the artist way because it's been really helpful in changing my perspective and how I approach my creativity and my art. Um, and also would love to like highlight and amplify people who are doing mutual aid in the city, but I'm trying to figure out a way to do it that protects them with the climate of everything that's going on. Because the last thing I would want is my YouTube to be seen as like a reference point to be a target for some people. And that's a real concern of mine moving forward. Like when I did the ARA interviews, that's what I was worried about. Um, but you know, they consented and wanted to put it out, and especially Mike, he thought that this was like the perfect time for us to talk about ARA history because of everything that's happening. Um, and I appreciated his encouragement and that courage because I think it's probably the most important interview that I've done or video I've done. And the thing is, nobody watches Soundcheck because I'm not yelling or talking about politics or whatever, like whatever's popular. But that interview is political. I may upload it separately just so for people could see it if they don't want to watch all the music videos and stuff. But I don't know. I just think it's really important. Forgetful Stranger, I think everybody in this stream would agree with you. Like, this is an anti Zionist space, and we call out white supremacy here, so it's okay. I mean, I was saying it before, they're authoritarian leftists, so, you know. Thanks, I appreciate y'all. But yeah, that's really where it's coming down to. I just want to make sure like what I'm doing is impactful and it speaks truth to power. I'm not interested in being right. Like me being right about fascism rising when I called the shit 12 years ago, even before Donald Trump ran for president. Like, my goal wasn't for people to be like, oh, you're so right and so smart. I just want people to listen so we can do something about it. You know what I mean? I'm not the only one who's seeing the patterns. Other people see it too. Um, and that's not why I'm on YouTube. I'm not on YouTube to be like a hot take machine. People really do think that. And I don't like that's how people interact with me. So I'm gonna correct it by changing my content, in the way that I frame certain conversations. Um, but the people in my community who understand that about me understood that before I explained it. Like, y'all know I'm not here to debate and like do all that shit. Like it pays the bills. That's why Dean and all them, they're on stream yelling all the time. That's what's paying them. But I'm not getting paid for headaches. And matter of fact, I'm not even getting paid. That's another thing. People think that I make money off of YouTube. I have not received one check. I still haven't made enough from ad revenue because I'm talking about anarchism and shit. Like, YouTube's not going out of the way to push me on the algorithm. So every like matters, every subscribe matters, every boost matters. And please watch my videos and share them, because I want to get to the point where I can sustain myself on my creativity full time. And that would include YouTube and Twitch. But that would only happen with support. But I'm trying to figure out a way to get people to support me without thinking that's what they expect of me. It's just really annoying. Yeah, no, Germ, that's it. That's how I've always seen my channel, but that's not how everybody sees my channel. Like, from the beginning, I was talking about everything. From the beginning, I was like, oh no, this channel is about subculture, it's about art, and it's about activism, which means I'll talk about them separately or all together or just one at a time. Um, but because my most popular videos are political videos, that's what people see me as. Only. And yeah, exactly. I agree. Fascism watch. Like, debating is just the equalizer. Like, I'm of the era of you're not supposed to speak to Nazis whatsoever at all because it's like the Babadook or something. The more you give energy to it, the more you believe in it, the more powerful it becomes. So I've known that from the jump. But the motherfuckers I listed and others know that they just don't care because they see that it makes them money. And they also don't care because they themselves are white. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, they're not at risk. But yeah, I mean, subculture art and activism have always just been a part of what I'm trying to do on this channel and on the stream. So I'm glad that you picked up on that, Germ. And just with everybody else, like I said, the people who know what I'm trying to convey, who follow me on stream or online, they know what I'm trying to build here. And the people who don't get it, like, it's okay if you don't get it. I'd rather you find the community that you're looking for than stick around and like try to put me into something else. But anyway, at this point I'm rambling. I'm gonna go get some food. I made really good tofu yesterday. The bok choy was on sale, so I did stir fried tofu and bok choy with Thai chili sauce and some white rice. So I'm gonna warm that shit up, build my set list, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. Again, I'm trying to make Sundays be for stream. At the very least, while I try to figure out what to do in relation to videos. Because again, I don't want people to think, oh, Lucretia is the reaction channel. Like, people wanted me to talk about the Super Bowl. And y'all know how I feel about the Super Bowl because I said it last year. Same thing I said about Kendrick's performance last year, I'll say about Bad Bunny's. As an artist, that performance was incredible. As an anarchist, it's propaganda. Like, y'all know what I feel. So, I'm trying to pivot. But I love you. Thanks for spending time with me today. We're going to hang out with our cat. That's right, Jay. We're going to hang out with our cat. We're going to eat. We're going to rest. And we're going to DJ tonight, and it'll be sick. So, appreciate y'all. Sending you much love. Happy Valentine's Day. Romantic love is not the only important form of love. I hope you feel loved in this chat at the very least. We got a cute little community going here and being built out, and that's great. And yeah, I'll see y'all soon. I'm gonna make a DJ mix, as I forgot who requested this. Somebody requested in the chat that they would love to hear what I was playing in a mix, so I'll do that later too. And yeah, we'll be on the up and up. There's much to discuss, but later. All right. Have a good night and day, everybody. I hope you are getting the love and rest and support that you need. And if not, you can build it. Peace to everybody, as always. Fuck fascism and melt the ice. Later, y'all.